Using function notation to complete a variety of problems. So today we're going to be using function notation and learning what function notation is. So it's basically just another way to write an equation. You're used to writing y equals 2x plus 3, but we are going to be using f of x instead of y. And that's basically it. It just allows us to name problems. Sometimes we use g of x, sometimes we use h of x, but it's just our way to name a problem instead of using y for everything. Okay, they're both symbols for the second element in an ordered pair. So if you have like 2, 3, this is your x, this is your y, the second one's your y, but now we call it f of x. Alright. Find y in the function y equals 2x plus 3. So that means when x equals 4, we want to put that in spot for x. So it would be y equals 2 times 4 plus 3. So that would be 8 plus 3. So y equals 11. Okay, that's what you're used to seeing, telling you a letter, a number, a value that x should be in, you plug it in. Now we simply ask it like this. What's f of 4? That 4 replaces the x. So f of 4 is 2 times 4 plus 3, which we just figured out, which is 11. So we can use, like I said before, any letter. It doesn't F, G, or H, but you can use P, Q, W, doesn't matter. To represent this function, it just kind of allows us to name functions. So just some examples. So if I do find f of negative 2, we just plug f of negative 2 in, and it's negative 2 squared minus 3. So be careful here. When you're squaring negative 2 squared is 4. So really all I'm kind of going over here is make sure if you're going to square something, square a negative, you put parentheses around it if you're doing it in your calculator, or you remember that a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, so just a couple other problems. G of x, g of 3 is 2. Okay, I'm going to get that eraser out. G of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 plus 8 over 3 plus 4. So I plugged 3 in everywhere there was an x, here and here, and I do the math. Now follow the order of operations. Multiplying goes first, adding, we do the top of the first, the bottom, and then divide. We got to be careful when you plug this in your calculator. You can't just do it straight. You have to take some precautions, so we'll try and talk about that tomorrow. So 6 plus 8 is 14 over 7, and then we can do the division is 2. Okay, try these two. See how you do. That was good. I know you don't have a calculator right now, but just give it a try. Alright, so the answer's here. F of negative 2, 2x, 2 times negative 2 squared minus 7. So that's 4, 8 minus 7, or 1. Here, h of, I messed up there. That should have been f. Or this should have been h, whatever. So h of 2 over 3, plug it in. 2, this obviously will be cake, doing it in your calculator. So just be careful when you're doing this. So this is 4 over 27. Okay, so you can plug this in and figure this out. So hopefully you set that up right, but in the end the answer is negative 70 over 27, I believe. Obviously, I wouldn't expect you to do that on your own. So, all right. Now we can also put n plus 1 in its spot. So it not only can we put 3 or 4 or negative 2, but you can put whole expressions into the spot where the x is. So this is x, and I do like to use parentheses when I do this. So f of n plus 1 is n plus 1 plus 7, and n plus 1 minus 3. And you simply do what math that you can. Remember, the top is by itself, so this is n plus 8. The bottom is by itself, n minus 2, and you can only divide if you can. So there's nothing I can divide this whole thing by that whole thing. I can't divide the 8 and the 2. You cannot reduce those. Okay? They're not factors. They're plus or minus. That's not a factor. Multiplying is a factor. Okay, 3n. G of 3n is equal to 2 times 3n minus 4. So just multiply these together, 6n minus 4. Then h of n, so this is where we start to, or h of 2x we want to find. This is where we start to use our exponent rules and things like that. So when I am squaring 2x is a monomial, so I can simply square the 2, square the x, and that's it. Okay, these are not like terms. I cannot combine, so you do have to keep all of your rules of exponents, your rules of adding and subtracting. You have to keep them straight in your head, and that's really what this class is about, trying to help you do that. Okay, putting t plus 3 in. So again, you're trying this on your own first, but t plus 3 minus 3. Here we'd have to distribute in. 2t plus 6 minus 3. Once we've done the multiplication, we can get rid of the parentheses. So then we can combine these two like terms. So it's k of t is or k of t plus 3, excuse me. K of t plus 3 is 2t plus 3. Oh, no, that was the last one. Done. Have a good day.